Hi kiddos, it's Mrs. Ling. I just wanted to start this morning with us touching base and kind of talking about what our new expectations are going to be on this new adventure of using Schoology as our way to meet and for us to go throughout our school schedule. I know that you're probably having a lot of questions right now, not sure what's going to be the expectations. We're going to try to keep it as similar to our school day as we can possibly get, with also understanding that there are some other things going on that might make it a little challenging to be on all at the same time. So if you look throughout your Schoology folder for Monday, you will see that you have different folders that are set up that are going to kind of work through what we would have done in class together. And I will be making myself available to answer questions on either Schoology. You could message me on that little envelope that you sent jokes to me on. You could get on Class Dojo and ask me a question there. Your parents can email me, or we can set up a time to do what we will call a Zoom live conference, where you will be able to see me right on the video, and then I'll be able to see you, and then we can talk about whatever questions that you might have. We will be using that same Zoom conference every day at the end of our class day to kind of have our class meeting for us to be able to touch base with one another, talk about what our day was like, any questions that we had that would be for the good of the group, but also just to kind of continue on with understanding that we want to share and have a time to talk and just kind of reconnect as a class family. So I know that I've missed you all like crazy, and you have probably had a great time with your family for these 2 weeks of our extended spring break. But to begin our morning, I thought that each day I would post a video for us, and I would also do a read aloud to begin our day. So because it's our brand new day of doing virtual learning, I thought what better book would be appropriate than First Day Jitters. So this is our first picture book read aloud. First Day Jitters. Sarah, dear, time to get out of bed, Mr. Hartwell said, poking his head through the bedroom doorway. You don't want to miss the first day at your new school, do you? I'm not going, said Sarah, and pulled the covers over her head. Of course you're going, honey, said Mr. Hartwell, as he walked over to the window and snapped up the shade. No, I'm not. I don't want to start over again. I hate my new school, Sarah said, and she tunneled down to the end of her bed. How can you hate your new school, sweetheart? Mr. Hartwell chuckled. You've never been there before. Don't worry. You liked your other school. You'll like this one. Besides, you just think of all the new friends you'll meet. That's just it. I don't know anybody, and it will be hard, and I just hate it. That's all. What will everyone think of if you aren't there? He told them you were coming. They will think I am lucky, and they will wish that they were at home in bed like me. Mr. Hartwell sighed. Sarah Jane Hartwell, I'm not playing this silly game 1 second longer. I'll see you downstairs in 5 minutes. Sarah tumbled out of bed. She stumbled into the bathroom, and she fumbled into her clothes. My head hurts, she moaned as she trudged into the kitchen. Mr. Hartwell handed Sarah a piece of toast and her lunchbox. They walked to the car. Sarah's hands were cold and clammy. They drove down the street. She couldn't breathe. And then they were there. I feel sick, said Sarah weakly. Nonsense, said Mr. Hartwell. You'll love your new school once you get started. Oh, look, there's your principal, Mr. Burton. Mrs. Burton. Sarah slumped down in her seat. Oh, Sarah, Mrs. Burton gushed, peeking into the car. There you are. Come on. I'll show you where to go. She led Sarah into the building and walked quickly through the crowded hallways. "Don't worry, everyone is nervous the first day," she said over her shoulder as Sarah rushed to keep up. When they got to the classroom, most of the children were already in their seats. The class looked up as Mrs. Burton cleared her throat. Class, attention please," said Mrs. Burton. And when the class was quiet, she led Sarah to the front of the room and said, "Class, I would like you to meet your new teacher, Mrs. Sarah Jane Hartwell." So although this is our first day on Schoology, I know that you are nervous and anxious about what you're going to be expected to do. I want you to know that all the teachers, this is brand new for us as well. So we are going to be flexible and show all of the attributes of what it means to be a shark. And we are going to be able to be successful in this together. So don't worry, we're going to take it slow and we're going to ease back into what our expectations are. But at any point, if you have a question, you're not sure what's expected, please remember to just email me, message me, or you can post something on Class Dojo for me and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Or you can always hold on to your question until we meet on class Zoom at 3 o'clock every day. So remember, try your best. Make sure you follow the folders from the top to the bottom, and I'll see you at 3 o'clock. Bye.